Hello everyone, in this special video we'll be going over some of the worksheets that we've been talking about over some of the modules, and one of the first ones we're going to show you, of course, is the graduate school application information worksheet. One of the most important sheets that we spoke about in module 1. As you can see here, we've created an Excel document spreadsheet for you to list the universities that you will be applying for, right? This will be able to keep detailed information about your graduate schools that you are applying for, right? Because you want to make sure you keep everything in one location so you don't get all shuffled and lost when you're applying to the 12 different graduate schools, okay? It's very important that you follow the spreadsheet, right? You want to make sure you know, for example, how many letter of recommendations do you need? What is the graduate requirements, right? What's the GRE, right? Is there a GRE required? What's the application deadline? Remember, not all graduate schools have the same requirements, and some of them probably have different application deadlines because you want to write all those down. You also want to see what's the tuition and fees, right? What's the living expenses? For example, the living expenses, say living in New York City, is going to be different if you live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, if you go to graduate school over there, or in Florida, or somewhere else, right? So you want to write all those things down in this spreadsheet. And also in this spreadsheet, if you look down here, right, in this financial aid tab, this is also an important spreadsheet that you must have to do because we're going to see what the different various institutions offer you in terms of financial aid, right? If you look over here in the DFI context, of course, we're talking about the state fellowship here in Illinois, the DFI. If, of course, you're looking at a different institution at, say, Florida or Oklahoma or Texas, right, you don't need to fill that information. But let's say, for example, you're going to UIC or University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, right? You want to write the DFI contact info. And if you're having trouble with that, of course, here at the McNair office, we can help you with that. You also want to write the different external financial resources, right? Any foundations or other type of organizations that offer financial resources. You want to write those down. So this personal statement worksheet goes along with module 2, and we talked about admissions essay. This is a very important thing to do because you want to kind of getting your brain thinking about how you're going to write a very convincing admissions essay, and this really helps you out to establish an outline to write your admissions essay. Okay, the McNair Scholars Program really worked hard to create this worksheet for you to make sure you write a very convincing admissions essay. So look over these questions. So this is the personal statement worksheet number 2, of course, going along with the personal statement worksheet number 1, and of course fitting into module 2 of writing a convincing admissions essay. So this worksheet, goes into a little more about finding out about the faculty and getting some general school information. One of the important things I want to point out here about the general school information is you want to make sure you find out what is the mission of the program, okay? Because it may be that in the admissions essay they ask you a question about how your research interests align with the missions program. Or, you want to make sure that your research interests align with the mission of the program, because if the admissions committee see that your research interests don't really align with the mission program, they may not accept you. It's not because you don't meet the requirements or you don't have a great GRE score or whatever it may be, but it's just sometimes the mission of the program has to possibly go along with some of your research interests. And of course, you want to see how what are the classes about, or how the classes will enrich your research and teaching career, okay? So really take a full grasp of these worksheets and really hammer into them and answer them to the best of your ability. And of course, the McNair staff is here to help you if you run into any trouble while doing any of these worksheets.